Hey, how's it going? My name is Ryan. I'm here in South Bay along with Kanoa. We're going to be going over our upper body push hypertrophy workout today, all right? So Cole already kind of showed you guys what the workout is. Just to kind of explain a little bit further, we're going to be focusing on dumbbell bench press for our first workout. That's going to be our strength movement. So that's going to be where we're going to press as much weight as we can, really trying to go max effort there. From there, we're going to go into barbell overhead press along with landmine press. That's going to be our superset. That's where we're going to be getting most of our volume. And then to finish, we're going to be doing our ring dips. And then along the way, I'm going to be showing you guys some substitutes that we can get throughout the workout, all right? But first things first, before we do anything, we're going to warm you guys up. So to start, we're just going to get into a little bit of a jump rope, get our heart rate going. I would show you the jump rope, but I got a mic on, so.
I got you guys.
Now, while Kanoa's jump roping, it really doesn't matter what you guys do, right? If you're a runner, go for a run. If you're a cyclist, go ride your bike, hop on the stairs, treadmill, rower. It really doesn't matter. All we're doing here is we're just getting our heart rate up, and then we're gonna stretch out a little bit, and then we're gonna get into the workout today, all right? So, Kanoa, look at that. That's actually pretty impressive. Look at that. Can you do double unders?
Nope.
You can try.
Here we go, guys.
Look at that. You got one. You got one. All right. So let's just say Kanoa's been doing that for like 3 minutes. His heart rate's up. Our first stretch of the day is we're going to start opening up our shoulders, right? So nice and easy, plain and simple. You guys have probably all done it. We're just going to go arm circles. All right, I'm going to go palms facing up in the sky. I'm going to start off with little circles just to kind of get my shoulders moving. If you guys are like me, I tend to sleep on my side a lot, and I tend to kind of hunch over a little bit. So for me, just opening up my shoulders, opening up my chest is going to be super important, right? You go little circles and we'll kind of move into some bigger circles here, right? We don't necessarily have a set rep count here. This isn't really good. This shouldn't fatigue you. It's just about opening everything up, right? Now we're gonna go back the other way. You can go palms facing down now, big circles, move into some little circles, right? Get those shoulders moving. How you feeling? Feeling good? All right. So I did my shoulder circles, both directions, palms up, palms down. From here, I'm going to do some inchworms, except I'm not going to be bringing my feet to my hands. So I'm going to bring my hands down to my feet. I'm going to walk my hands all the way out as far as I can until I'm in push-up position. From here, I'm just going to drop into a push-up. I'm just going to walk my hands all the way back. Nice and easy. I'll do one more for you guys. I'll do it side view for you. Feet together. Walk my hands all the way out as far as I can. What's up, Kanoa?
All right.
Drop into a push-up. And I'm bringing my hands all the way back. Go ahead, do anywhere from like 6 to 8 reps of those, right? It's not super important how many we do. Last thing we're gonna do is while you guys are down, so after that last set, you guys are down in your push-up position, we're just gonna go mountain climbers. Just 30 mountain climbers. Bring those knees to your elbows, get that heart rate going. Good. Not a whole lot of movement up here. Everything's locked in. You can go ahead and pop up. All right. So we're all warmed up. Our shoulders are warmed up. Our first movement of the day is going to be our dumbbell bench press. So we're going to go over that right now, actually, with Kanoa. Come on over, Colt. All right. So Kanoa is starting off with 60 pounds. All right. Now, that's not to say that this is necessarily where you're going to start. Feel free to start to do anywhere from 3 to 4 warm-up sets with lighter weight. This is just going to be Kanoa's first working set, all right? So we have 4 working sets of 8 to 12 reps. If, let's say, before we started recording, Kanoa was at the 20s, 30s, 40s, and then finally worked his way up to the 60s, so we're just going to start filming at that first working set. Big thing, come on back over here. Before he even starts pressing, we're going to focus on big chest, so chest is forward. He's going to pinch those shoulder blades together here. Right, now go ahead, roll back. Good, feet flat. Feet are going to maintain contact with the floor at all times. Right? Now from here, let's go ahead and do a press. Good, good. Go ahead, just start working through it. Good, good. Now come over here, I want you to get this view from here. You can see Kanoa's at about a 45-degree angle between his torso and his upper arm, right? So we're really maximizing the contraction in his chest and his triceps as he comes up. Good, let's get 2 more. Core stays tight, feet stay flat. Good, you go ahead, drop those. So go ahead, stay laying down, stay laying down. All too often what I see is, especially when you're standing over somebody while they're doing their dumbbell presses, their arms will flare out way too far to the side here. You guys can see that. So you see how Kanoa right now is at a 90-degree angle? What happens here is that if he's pressing here, look at how much weight is coming right down into his shoulder. You see that? So now as opposed to working our chest, we're working our front delt, our AC joint, and that's where a lot of the shoulder impingement, a lot of shoulder pain comes from. So just by bringing his arm tighter into his torso and creating that 45-degree angle, we're gonna put a lot more pressure on our chest and our triceps and avoid injury. Good. So how'd that feel?
Good.
Good? So Kanoa's a big guy, strong guy, right? The 60s might even be a little bit too easy for him because we're working to that 8 to 12 rep range, right? So 8 is gonna be the bare minimum you can do, right? So 12 is gonna be max rep. So 8 to 12 is gonna be our sweet spot. You wanna do something that's gonna challenge you, but also not something that's gonna be too easy, right? And same as with our leg day, we're taking 60 to 90 seconds rest between each set. This is gonna be where we really on increasing weight and increasing load, right? After this, we kind of move into more volume. So this is gonna be where we really want to focus on that. How do you feel at 60? You wanna go one more?
I can go up.
You wanna go up? What do you want?
65.
65. And it's important to track how much weight we're doing because if we, let's say, today we do the 65 and we do 4 sets at 10 reps. Next week when we come back to this, I'm gonna use those same 65, except now I wanna go 11 or 12 reps, right? So we wanna make sure that we're gradually increasing.
Not 65s, so the sign's on 70.
70 pounds, let's do it. Good, good. Come on up. Good, core stays tight, feet are flat, 45-degree angles from the torso. Good. And there's constant tension on his chest the entire time. Good, 2. 3, good, keep it up. 4. Good, good. Let's go 4 more. Good, good. It's these last few reps that the form really counts, right? As you get tired, you're gonna wanna raise your shoulders up, start using your shoulders more. Good, good, go ahead, rest. At the end of the day, it's how many reps we can get with perfect form, not necessarily how many reps we can get just by swinging the weight up, right? So as long as we're maintaining perfect form and we're pushing the heavy weight, we're gonna start seeing results.
Boom.
Good, so we're gonna go one more here with Kanoa, and then we're gonna move on. Now, if you guys do have access to a barbell, you're more than welcome to use your barbell. Today, we're just doing dumbbells just because we got them here, right? What I'm gonna have him do for this last set is we're gonna kind of kick it up a notch, is we're gonna go alternating dumbbell bench press, right? Just to kind of add in, make it just a little bit more difficult. We're gonna see how he does with it. And now for those of you that have absolutely no equipment, right? Let's say we're doing only body weight. We're just gonna be going push-ups, right? If you can find something to place on top of yourself to do weighted push-ups, that would be ideal. But if you have access to the equipment, that's what we're doing. All right, you ready for this last set? Tempo push-ups. Good, so we're gonna go alternating on this last set. Doesn't necessarily mean you have to, but we're just gonna demonstrate it for you guys at home. Good, lock it in, both of them up top. Good, good, up, there we go. So now we're focusing on unilateral movement, one side at a time. And this is really gonna force our core to stabilize us. Good, good. Good, keep it up. Good, let's go 2 more. 1 more. Let's go. Up, last one. Good, good, good. Go ahead, set those down. Good. All right, go ahead, pause this video, finish that last set, and then I'm gonna meet you guys on the superset. All right, guys, so now that we're finished with our horizontal push, we are gonna focus on our superset, which is gonna be barbell overhead press, superset with a landmine press, all right? So first things first, we're gonna go over our barbell overhead press. Come on over. We got my lovely assistant here, Kanoa, to demonstrate. So first things first, we're gonna look at his hand placement, right? So Kanoa's a big guy, broad shoulders. His hands are gonna be basically right outside of his shoulder width. All right, now before he even picks it up, I want you to wrap your thumb. Good. Now from here, basically in the front rack, just how you would when you front squat, set your feet. Good. Lock everything in. Now, here's the thing that I'm gonna do for him just because those of you guys that wear hats.
My barber's man.
All right, now we're gonna start from the bottom up, right? So feet should be about shoulder width apart, right? Knees are gonna be slightly unlocked. Core's gonna be tight. I want you to bring your rib cage down. Good, now from here, this is where we're gonna begin our overhead press. So go ahead, we're gonna go 8 reps here. Good, good, keep that rib cage down. There's 1. Good, make sure we're breathing. Good, good. So we're gonna start with a weight lighter than what we think we can do because we're just coming off of those heavy dumbbell presses. And we're gonna be focusing a little bit more on volume during the superset. Good, good, let's get 2 more. Good, we're gonna do 1 more. Up. Attaboy, good, good. Now I'm gonna rack that barbell up. So since it's a superset, we're not gonna rest between exercises, we're gonna rest after both sets are completed. So from here, we're gonna go straight into our landmine press. So Kanoa's gonna come over here, he's gonna take a knee. And a lot of the cues are gonna be the same here as it was with the overhead press. He's gonna keep his rib cage down, he's gonna keep his chest forward. The heels of his hands or the butts of his hands are gonna be squeezed together like this, and the end of the barbell should reach about mid-chest. From here, he's just gonna drive straight up, and he should feel that contraction in his chest the whole time. And he's gonna slowly lower that bar back down to his chest. Good, we're gonna drive right back up again. Good, we're gonna keep that contraction. Slow on the way down, big contraction, and then a slight squeeze at the top for about a second. Good, good. Again, good. We're gonna go 4 more. Good, good. Keep it up. And we really want to emphasize this in our chest, right? We really shouldn't feel it too much in our front delts. If it's killing your shoulders, we're going to reattach. Good. Last one. Good. All right, go ahead, relax. Take a break. So while Kanoa's taking a break, I'm going to show you guys a little variation we can do if this is killing your shoulders a little bit too much. If you have any kind of ball at home, it could be a basketball, a soccer ball, a medicine ball if you have it, just as long as it's not going to cave in too much. We're basically going to set up for a push-up. Same thing, the heels of my hands are going to be together. Place my hands. And I'm just going to drop down into a push-up and squeeze as if I'm squeezing my biceps together, right? So if these are bugging you too much, or if you don't have access to a landmine, I know most people don't. Even if you don't, I mean, if you could put the barbell into a corner or whatever. But if that's not happening, any kind of ball will work, all right? So we have 4 sets here. So that was 1. We're gonna go through 2 more, and then we're gonna get into that last exercise, right? So we're gonna go back over to the barbell overhead press. And you guys should be getting a feel as to kind of how that first set was. We started Kanoa off with, what is that, 65? So we're gonna move him over to the 85-pound bar just because he's a big guy and he needs it, right? So come on over. We're coming over here to the 85-pound bar. Good, we're gonna lock everything in. Good. Feet shoulder width apart, rib cage stays down. Good, good, arms all the way up overhead. Good, good. 2, and you see how his head comes through his arms to finish the movement? Because he's locking all the way out up at the top. What we want to avoid is half reps, right? If we can only get this far, then obviously we're gonna lower the weight because we want 8 complete reps. Come on, let's get 3 more. Good. 1 more. Good. And last one, coming down here. Good. Keep everything locked in. Good. Keep that rib cage down. Good. Good. All right, go ahead, rack it. So as you guys probably noticed, as he kind of started to fatigue, he wanted to kind of lean back with the barbell. The only issue with that is it's going to create instability throughout his spine, and it could lead to injury, right? So that's why we're going to focus so much on keeping our rib cage down and really locking in all of our core, all of our midsection here, right? Now, since it's a superset, we're going right back to our landmine press. We can rest when we're done. And I'll do this set with him, just so he doesn't feel alone. Good. Heels your hands right together. Barbell comes down to about mid-chest. I like to imagine like I'm squeezing my biceps together. Good, good. And it's not a race. Good, good.
One more.
You got it, you got it. Attaboy, rest. So what I mean by it's not a race is, for those of you guys that are familiar with our classes here at Afterburn, sometimes, let's say you take a Fit 45 class, right? And the reps are up on the board. You want to try and get through those reps as quickly as possible, right? This is the complete opposite of that. We are taking, in reality, minimal reps, right? We're really not doing that many reps, but we're making them as difficult as we can through weight and through perfect technique, right? So we're really trying to fatigue the actual muscle fibers themselves as opposed to our cardiovascular system. Muscle control, mind muscle control. That's really what we're going for in this workout. So we're gonna finish this off. We're gonna do one more set here, one more set of the superset, and then we're gonna show you guys your final movement, which is gonna be dips. You wanna come back over this one?
Yeah.
Now here's a good point too, is sometimes you gotta set your ego aside, right? So we started with the 65, and then Kanoa was doing pretty well, so we bumped up to the 85. But what happened was those last 4 reps that Kanoa did, we kind of started to lose the technique. So as opposed to trying to force the 85, we're gonna move back down to 65, and we're gonna get perfect technique for all of those reps, right?
Perfect.
Leave your ego at the door. All right, let's do it, come on.
And our egos.
Good, good. Rib cage down. Good, good. Now here's something I kind of want to go over. You leave that barbell here. I want you to try and turn your wrists over. There you go. So now, as opposed to his wrists being backwards like this, we're gonna try and flip those wrists over. So now it's a direct path of force coming from our forearm through our wrist into the barbell, right? Go ahead, come on back up. Good, good. Keep it up, keep that rib cage down, core tight. Keep your knees unlocked. Good. Attaboy. Up. Good, good. We're gonna do 2 more. Good, last one. You got it, you got it. Good, don't let it take you backwards. Good, attaboy, all right, rack it. All right, and then we'll finish off landmine press. What's up, Allison? All right, here we go. Barbell about mid-chest. Grab it straight up overhead. And there should be no point in this movement where the tension releases off your chest. So I should feel the tension as I drive up, in the squeeze at the top, and then as I lower that barbell back down, my chest is constantly under tension. So it's going to be important that we focus on breathing too. A lot of times we're going to want to hold our breath doing something like this. You really want to make sure that we keep breathing in through your nose, out through your mouth. Good, good. Get one more. Good, good. Good, all right. Go ahead, pause this video, finish up that last set of your superset, and I'm gonna meet you guys on the ring dips. All right, guys, so now you should have finished your dumbbell bench press. You should have completed all of your 4 sets of your superset, and now we're gonna be moving on to our very last movement, which is gonna be dips, right? Here at Afterburn, we're lucky enough to have access to rings for our dips. I personally prefer them, but if you don't have those, we're gonna show you a modification for that. But just in case you guys do find yourself in the gym, come on over, I'll show you. I'll give Kanoa a break here, just because he's been working so hard. Because today is a push day, and we're focusing on chest and shoulders, when we do our dips, we want to almost bring our chest parallel to the floor. This is going to be where we're going to be wanting to drive from. This is the origin of the movement, as opposed to being straight up and down, right? So when I set up on my rings, you can even get like a side view, Cole. First of all, my feet got to be off the ground, right? Chest comes down almost parallel to the ground, and I drive straight up. The tough part about this is we're going 3 sets to failure, right? Now, if you feel like you can't even get 1 or 2, and it's like that isn't even necessarily gonna be enough of a workout, because I'll be honest with you, those 2 reps were difficult, feel free to grab a band, and I'll show you how to loop this around so we can kind of use this to help us out. So we're just gonna loop it around that first ring, just how we would loop it around anything. Right? There's nothing special. And then around that second ring, we're just going to give it a little spin like that. Let's see if I can even this out here. There we go. Now I got my hands on the bands and the rings. Bring my knees through it, chest parallel to the ground, and now I'll be able to crank out a few more reps. Now let's say that doesn't happen, right? For whatever reason, we don't have rings, the dips are just too difficult, right? Especially after that long workout. I'm gonna show you guys kind of how we can still get the same level of fatigue out of just a little bit of a different movement. So go ahead, Kanoa's gonna be setting up on a bench. It can be a chair, it can be a box, it can be whatever. Now because Kanoa's fit, and he's been working hard, we're gonna make this a little bit tougher on him. There you go, you got it? Yep. Toes are up. Fingers are forward on the bench. Go ahead, let's go till failure, come on. Good. Now only you know where failure is, right? You want to push it to the point where you literally cannot squeeze out another rep. Good, good. Attaboy, come on. You got at least 10 in you. Good, let's go. 2 more, 2 more. Let's go, another 2, you got it. There it is. And he's still going. So there you have it. That's a great example of what failure is. He literally took it to the point where he could not physically do another rep, right? How'd that feel?
That was rough.
It's terrible. In reality, going to failure is terrible, and it should feel terrible, right? That's why we're finishing the workout with it, and we only have 3 sets of it. But that's it. So once you guys finish those 3 sets to failure, you're done, right? So there's no point in leaving anything left in the tank. Balls to the wall, 100 miles an hour. Get it done. Let me know how you like it, and that's all we got for you today.
Go. Let's go.